Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't made a video in a little while, but I am back. And since I turned 25 last week on December 26th, I'm going to be doing 25 things that I learned in 25 years. So we're just going to get right into it because I have learned a lot. I couldn't even fit everything into this list. So life can take a quick turn. Like, there's been so many things that have happened in my life that I went through, and it was always unexpected, honestly, especially with this past year, with my brain surgery and everything. That was completely unexpected. And who knows how long I was sick without really knowing. And for everything to go down the way it happened, it just, God keeps you on your toes. You gotta be, you gotta stay ready and pray it up. Number two would be to spend more time with God. I have been making it a point for me to do that, whether it's like reading my Bible more. I started reading my Bible starting from Genesis to Revelations, but I did that like back in 2021, but for whatever reason, I stopped doing it. So I did start doing it again. So I'm going through Genesis right now. But, I always found it weird how, people kind of make God like an afterthought, and you kind of expect him to do this and that for you. And, he does do it because he's a merciful God, but like, you expect him to do this and that for you, but you can't even spend time with him. You can't go to church. You can't open up your Bible for a sec. You can't just have little talks with him throughout the day. And I have talks with him throughout the day. I pray, I'm always praying and just talking and all that stuff. So you can't just like expect him to do all this stuff. You don't even give him the time of day. You feel me? So just spend more time with God, and also just grow your relationship with him, because the end goal is to make it up there with him and stay up there with him, because we all gonna meet him, but everybody ain't staying. So I'm trying to stay, Number three is don't let anyone make you feel insecure about yourself. I'm extremely confident now, but when I was like a preteen or whatever, I was very insecure about how I looked, and it was a result of literal family members. It wasn't even a result of anybody else. Like, everybody else always talked about how beautiful I was, and but family members from a specific side of the family would just say the most like meanest things, and they wonder why now like I just don't deal with them. And I kind of let that stuff get into my head, and it's like, it's always like when people do things like that, it's always like an insecurity thing. Like, they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. So it's not necessarily anything that has to do with you. It's everything to do with them. It could be something that they wish that they had, and not saying that they don't have it. It's just something, how they see themselves. You feel me? So, and everybody's body is different. Everybody is just different overall. So like, just find the beauty in your differences, and I know that's easier said than done, but like, I had to find the beauty in my differences, and now I think I am the most beautiful thing walking. So number four is use your discernment. There's been times where like I completely ignored my discernment. And it's a gift from God that like a lot of people just let go to waste, and they just want to see the good in everybody. And I understand that, but like, sometimes people just aren't good, and you just be letting people like walk all over you and just take advantage of you. So use your discernment, whether it's with people, situations, environments. Don't just ignore, that gut feeling, because that's just the Holy Spirit trying to let you know, like, this is not okay. This is not right for you. You need to dip. You feel me? So listen to it. Number five is quality over quantity. I definitely, oh man, I learned this so bad. Like, I was very, very liked and loved elementary and middle school until one little thing happened that literally didn't even have anything to do with me. And but the blame was partially put onto me, and people just flipped. Like, I had all these people that were like my friends, acquaintances, whatever, and or people just like I was just cool with, and they just flipped. And because of one thing one person said. And it made me realize, like, the people that stayed, my friends that stayed around because they knew me, and they didn't want to believe like the rumors, because they were just rumors, right? So they stayed in my corner, and all those other people left out my life. I don't really talk to them at all, really. And now, outside of high school, I have my one consistent best friend. Like everyone else, I have like my friends here and there. Like I have some really, really good friends turned family. One of them literally turned family. But that's about it. Other than them, that's it. I don't really, the people that are gonna be there for you when you need them, pray for you, and also friends that tell you when you're wrong and can keep it real with you. All of that. That is what's most important, not just a whole bunch of people that you just party with or whatever. Number 6 is to be open-minded. I can't stand a closed-minded person. Oh my gosh. And I realized that at one very small part of my life, I actually was closed-minded. And that's only because of how I was raised. I feel like I was raised by closed-minded people. And now they may be opening up a little bit, but they're still a little closed off. And the environment that I grew up around, like being a military kid, there was so many different people, personalities, ethnicity, like backgrounds, everything. And it just made me realize, like, everybody's different. You gotta, everybody didn't grow up the way that you did. Everybody doesn't have the same religion as you. They don't have the same beliefs as you. So, you can't just be like closed-minded, because like I feel like a lot of time when people are closed-minded, they end up being rude sometimes, like disrespectful to people. And like my mom's brother is one of them, and just comes off very like mean. Everybody's not the same, so number 7 is have faith in God. My faith has never like gone away. There may have been times where it has like wavered a little bit, but I can honestly say that it's never like just completely left me. For one, I've never like had doubts about God in general. I've always known that he's real, and the things that he does and how miraculous he is. And so especially with all the things that he's done in my life, because I have been attacked literally since the moment I was born, and he time and time again, he has always stepped in. So that has always fueled my faith in him, because I know what he can do, and I know that he'll do it again and again and again. And just because he loves me unconditionally, so when you have faith in God, like nothing like matters. Like just, I don't know, it's like a freeing thing, because it's not something that you have to necessarily deal with. Like he says to cast all your cares onto him. And so when you have to cast all your cares onto him, don't be like worrying about every little thing. Cast all your cares onto him, and he got it. And I have been doing that a lot lately, and time again, he shows up and show out. So I will always have faith in God. Number 8, if you like it, wear it. Oh my gosh, I am, anybody that knows me, one of the main things that they speak on is my style, and it's always in a good way. But there's always gonna be those older people that just have something to say, and because it's not what they are, what they deem is it looks good or whatever. And I like to describe my style as, I don't have like a very distinctive style. I just wear what I want, whether it's 90s, 2000s, grunge, whatever, 70s, 80s. I wear what I want, whatever mood I'm in. And there has been times, I like to step outside of the box too. I like to mix colors because I know the color wheel. My mom's a hairstylist, so the color wheel is very important. So I grew up knowing the color wheel, what colors look good, and like mixing patterns and things. And I'm just not afraid to do things like that. And, you know, a lot of people sometimes, older people, sometimes be like, oh, you walked out the house. Like they say the most meanest things, and they wonder why people don't like them, and it's always like disrespectful to them. They say the meanest things. They be like, oh, you walked out the house like that, or your jeans, oh Jesus, when you have ripped jeans, your jeans came like that. Girl, yes, sometimes I did it to my jeans. I did a whole bunch of cutting and ripping and all that stuff to my clothes. Like, I did it actually. And they just be like, oh, okay, or they be like, first of all, you was not the best dressed up in this church, ma'am. First of all, my grandma got y'all beat. My grandma likes what I'm wearing. Like, that's like, you know, like they always got something to say. And I'm like, why are you worried about my clothes? I like it. You don't gotta wear it. You don't have to wear it. I'm wearing it. Worry about yourself. So if you like it, wear it, babe, because who cares? And I've noticed that when people wear things that they like, they feel comfortable in, and they wear it confidently, it looks good. It looks good for them. It doesn't have to look good for you. It looks good for them. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are some things where it's like, okay, you could have tweaked this a little bit, but you know, that's just constructive criticism. You don't have to be mean about it, you know? Number 9 is take care of yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally, because your body is a temple, okay? You can't expect to be like this happy go-getter type person if you're not taking care of yourself. Mentally, you're always tearing yourself down. Spiritually, you're not feeding your soul. Physically, you're not taking care of your body. You're eating all this trash stuff. And you know, sometimes a little junk food is good. It is. But, you know, you can't always like eat all this trash stuff and expect to look like I'm trying to think of somebody who don't have a BBL. Jesus. But you know, like, you can't expect to look like that, and you eat in the way that you eat in. And, you know, you got to get more disciplined. It's all about discipline, honestly, at the end of the day. With all of that, like, you got to take care of yourself. That's just point blank period. You got to take care of yourself. And that's why everybody be dying early sometimes, you know? You got to, you know, take care of yourself. You want to live a long life. Number 10, there's always room for improvement. I stand by this so bad, and I'm going to use myself as an example. But like when people like comment on how well I dance, in my mind, you know, like out loud, I say thank you, you know. But in my mind, I'm like, because I'm my own like worst critic. I like to criticize, not in a bad way, but like I could have did this better. I could have did that better. I could work on this or whatever. And you know, people can think that you're the most perfect person. But there's always room for improvement. There's nobody that's perfect at what they do. There's always something new that you can learn, something that you can work on. Even when it comes to your personality, there's always room for improvement. Number 11 is think before you speak. I had went on like this. Okay, let me say this. As a child, I was very much so like, babe, I'm Black. So like, it was always stay in a child's place. Don't talk back. All that stuff when really it was even talking back. So I went through like an era of that. And then once I became like a preteen into like teenager, that's when I started like really speaking up for myself. Cause like I was tired of people. Like, stop talking to me like that. Like, just stop talking to me like that, you know? And a lot of the time I would say I was getting so like big on it that I was saying things that I could have worded differently, you know, and it caused a lot of conflict. Some things to this day I stand by. I'm sorry, to this day I stand by. And I'm saying that now as a 25-year-old where my frontal lobe is fully developed. I stand on it because some people are just terrible people and you just gotta check them, you know. But there were some things that it was just like, all right, Karima, like you could have said that differently. That probably really hurt somebody's feelings. And that's why I had developed this thing where like, if I say something or if I'm about to say something, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't mean it in this way. I always say that, like, I don't mean it in this way. So please please don't take it that way. This is how I mean it. And I say what I'm saying. Because there's been so many times where like I rub people the wrong way. And just off the strength of I was just tired of it was basically trauma. I was tired of constantly like being nitpicked at, and so I just started just talking. Like first thing came to my mind, all the stuff that I wanted to say before and I couldn't say, I'm saying it. That's so now I have a filter. Yeah, I have a filter, but I'm still blunt, if that makes sense. I reworded in my head to make it a little bit better. Number 12, who you have around you is a reflection of who you are, and I stand on it. Like birds of a feather flock together. I'm so sorry, I stand on it because you cannot make me believe anything other than that. Like, how are you around this person and y'all are completely different? Like, there's no similarities between y'all? No way. There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way. The people that you keep close around you, y'all more than likely are going to think the same type of things. At some point, like, you know, there are, you know, opposites attract, you know, but there are some similarities. And if you are constantly, like, everybody around you are trash people and you're trying to make me believe that you're not a trash person too. That's why I try to keep open-minded people of God around me, and people that just, you know, maybe I'm not at the place that they're at and I want to get to that place as a person. Like just people like that around me, because I tried the whole being cool with all different types of people thing, and girl, it is exhausting. It is exhausting. It like one situation turned into her wanting to fight me, and it's like, girl, all because she's a person that likes to fight. I'm not a person that likes to fight. I'm a person that will fight if it's necessary. I'm not, but she was that type. And all of a sudden she want to fight me when she could have just came to me as a friend and said, hey, did this happen? Like, girl, no, we move on. No, I try to be friends with a fighter that ain't got nothing to lose. And I got everything to lose. So, you know, who you have around you definitely matters. Number 13 is learn how to properly apologize. A lot of people don't know how to properly apologize. When you say, like, say someone tells you that something hurt their feelings or whatever, and you say, oh, I'm sorry you felt this way, not an apology. That is not an apology, because it's like you're completely disregarding, like, what they just said. Like, they're telling you that you made them feel a way, and the correct apology would be, I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. Like, you have to take accountability. Saying, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way, you're not taking accountability. You're making them take accountability for how they felt and how they reacted to it. Take accountability for what you did, that you're recognizing, you know, you did it. Take accountability for it and apologize genuinely. You don't mean it when you say stuff like that, like, oh, I'm sorry you felt that way, or my bad. Like, no, genuinely, I apologize. I did not mean to make you feel this way. I apologize. It will not happen again. And do not do it again. Do not do it again. An apology is not, oh, I apologize, and then you keep doing it. No, because you didn't mean it. Number 14 is be self-aware, and I pride myself in this because I cannot stand when someone is not self-aware. I know what I'm doing 100% of the time. Whether it is good or bad, I know what I'm doing because of how I'm feeling in the moment. And, you know, that's something I am working on. Some things just don't need to be done. But at least I'm self-aware about it. I know that I am doing it, and I'm like actively working on it. And you know, you have to, I feel like you got to know yourself, and like, because I feel like sometimes when people say things and say that you're coming off a certain way, or you're doing this certain thing, and you're like literally gaslighting them and say, no, I don't do that, I don't do this. You're like, come on. And you just did it 5 minutes ago. And then when they point it out, and then you still be like, no, babe, come on now. Come on. And also, you know, I use my self-awareness as a way to, like, can't nobody tell me about myself because I already know. about myself. You can't really tell me about myself. I already know. Number 15 is don't date someone just because you're their preference. I've never dated anyone because I'm their preference. But I did find out later that I was their preference. And it was things that were very clockable at the beginning that I just didn't catch. But because it was like with them, it was always the light skin, curly hair, you may be mixed type guys that I was dating. That's the look that they were going for. It's like just a lot of self-hate in there. And it grinds my gears to like see light-skinned girls just go after these men, or just non-black girls go after these men that are like that. Because it's like, he don't actually like you. He just likes your look. He doesn't like you as a person. He likes your look. He thinks that you're like a trophy in this society. He doesn't think that there's any value to you, really, aside from your appearance. And isn't that depressing? Isn't that sad? Don't you want somebody to like you for you deep down inside? Like, yes, your appearance is a plus. It should be a plus. But what really matters is deep down inside. He just wants to just carry you around as like an accessory, and have mixed babies and light-skinned babies with you because he doesn't like himself. And that's as real as it's gonna be. Like, he just does not like himself, and that's why he's with you. Now imagine if your kids come out a little darker than he like. Now you a baby mama. Actually, regardless, you still might end up being a baby mama because he doesn't actually like you. So it's not really us black women being bitter. Well, I can't even say it myself because I am a lot of men's preference. It's not even dark-skinned women being bitter. They're trying to tell you what it is and what it ain't. And you just thinking, oh, y'all are just bitter and jealous. No, babe. That man don't like you. And you finna be a baby mama in 2 seconds. I'm so sorry to tell you. Number 16, don't block anyone's blessings. I'm the type of person that doesn't like to get help from people. I would rather do things myself. But I had to like realize, I'm still working on this, but I had to realize like sometimes people are just doing things for you just, because God told them to. Now, again, this goes back to use your discernment. People are only doing it for their own benefit. They want recognition and things like that. But so use your discernment on that situation. But there are some people that are genuinely like, hey, I want to do this for you. You don't ever got to worry about it. Don't got to even bring it back up. Just let me do this for you. Do not block their blessing, because when they bless you, they're going to be blessed by God. Same, like you bless someone, you're going to be blessed by God. So just don't block nobody's blessings. Just accept it, if it's coming from a genuine place. Number 17, don't sit in your misery. I can't stand when people sit in their misery. It is just, because then it's just like so negative, and like this aura around you is just so like negative and weird, and like nobody wants to be around that. Jesus, and I know like in this economy and like in this world that we live in, I understand. I'm a black person. How many times I gotta say in this video? I'm a black person. I get it. But I don't like to sit in my misery. And there's always positive things, that you can be thinking about doing that makes you feel good. And instead you're walking around here moping around. Take it from me, that does not feel good. There was one point where I was doing that. It does not feel good. We're just unhappy all the time. All the time you're just unhappy. Like, if you're depressed, like I was depressed, get up and do something that makes you happy, bro. Do not sit in your misery. Please don't. I know it's easier said than done. I know. But just please get up and do something. Move around. Go outside. The sun, getting sunlight, natural sunlight, feels amazing. It changes your entire mood instead of sitting in the house in the dark. Okay? Please get outside and get some sun. Number 18, don't hold grudges. That kind of goes a little bit into the whole misery thing. Because, like, when you hold grudges, it's like, it does the same, it has like the same effect. Like you holding grudges, like this negative thing inside of you. And it's like, just let it go. Please just let it go. And I'm not saying like, and I know there's people that might think that I hold grudges, but it's not even me holding a grudge. It's me remembering how you did, and I'm not about to put myself in that position again. So I'ma just, but because especially like if you obviously did not change. If you obviously did not change, I'm not putting myself in that position again. But I'm not holding a grudge against you. You feel me? Like it's too much to just be angry at somebody all the time. And I say that people say that about me. I completely got off track. I say that people say that about me because I stay away from certain people because I know that they did not change. And it's just going to be like a repeat. Did I get off track? I don't think so. I don't know. But it's going to be like a repeated thing. And when it's a repeated thing, you're getting mad all over again. It's not even the past situation. It's now a new situation that you're getting mad at. You feel me? So, But yeah, don't hold grudges. Number 19, if he cheats, that is not your man, sis. That is not your man. That is her man and whoever else man, because he is for the streets. That is not your man. Move on. That is not your man. Why are you fighting? One thing about me, I'm not fighting another woman over a man. I'm sorry. Even my husband, he's not like this anyway. But if my husband were to go and cheat, I'm sorry. I know we got a kid, but I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that because one, you just showed me you don't care about me. You don't love me. You don't care about my safety, my health. You don't care about our family. No, I'm not, because you're going to keep doing it because I kept letting you that's disrespectful. You feel me? So that whoever you hers now, you feel me? That you're not my man no more. And that's just how I feel about any situation. Like y'all be fighting over these men and he just eating it up. You looking dumb. You look dumb. Like, what are you doing? Stand up, bro. That man is not your man. Number 20 is trust God's timing. I know, I know God's timing might, like when you're going through something, it might seem like it's taking a long time. But I had to realize, like, he's going to do it when you need it the most, when he's not going to just, when you don't need it. It's going to be a time where you need it the most, and he's going to pop up because his timing is always right. He's always on time. He's an on-time God. So, there's no reason for you to, like I said, when you pray, cast your worries and your cares all on him. That's it. Don't worry about it no more because his timing is always right. I heard Jackie Aina say, she was like, don't put a question mark where God put a period. Amen? Amen. All right. Because, come on. You got to stop playing with God. He know what he doing. Number 21 is don't tolerate disrespect. Like I said earlier, as a child, it was stay in a child's place, don't talk back, whatever. And you know what I realized, a lot of older adults, they think that when you can say it in the most respectful way. And I was just having this conversation with a teenager. You say it in the most respectful way, and they will still take it as disrespect because of their pride and ego. And they feel like, you know what? A lot of them, they cannot take what they dish out. And so they label you as disrespectful, that you don't have no manners, nothing, you just rude, you a terrible kid. Girl, like I said, when I became a teenager, I stopped caring because y'all can't keep talking to these people, kids, and talking to kids in general. And like you crazy, and then a lot of the time the parents don't stick up for the kids. And and off the strength of, respect your elders. But I strongly believe in, respect is earned, not given. Right off the bat, I'm always respect everybody right in the beginning. But as soon as you disrespect me, that goes out the window. Sorry. That goes out the window. You got to earn that back. So, don't tolerate no disrespect, and you don't got to be rude or nasty with it. You can say, hey, I don't appreciate that. Don't do that. I don't appreciate that. And they can take it however they want to take it. That's not your problem. And one thing about me, I'm raising my kids to do the same. If an adult got you messed up, say what you got to say in a respectful way. If they think they finna say or do whatever to you, you come get me and your dad. Cause like, say what you got to say to us. Cause first of all, you're not finna do that. You're not finna do that. That stops here. Number 22 is therapy is okay. And a lot of this stuff that like I learned, it stems back to like being a part of the Black community. And in the Black community, like mental health and all of that is like so like taboo. And they always say to pray it away. And yes, you can pray. Definitely. That is my number one thing. One thing about it, like I said, I have faith in God. He's going to do everything. But it's also okay to get therapy. And me personally, I prefer therapists that are religious because, you know, we have the same beliefs, we do believe in prayer and things like that, but you're also equipping me with the tools that I need to, other than prayer, the other tools that I need to get through this. And, sometimes it's just, it's nice to just talk to people. Like there's talk therapy where, therapists, they just they let you talk, they have the conversation with you, you're just talking. Sometimes it just feels good to just talk and get it out. So, therapy is okay. Like, I don't know why it's such a bad thing. And like they always say, oh, you crazy. Girl, no. You need therapy too. You don't even realize it. You need therapy real bad. Real bad. Especially like, oh, Jesus, and to be that same generation, like my grandparents' generation, even my mom's generation. My mom is young, but even still, my mom's generation, y'all are some of the main ones that need it. Y'all seen some things, okay? I know we've seen things too. Like just being Black, none of that stuff has ever went away. The racism, the discrimination, none of that stuff went away. But they have also seen some things. Y'all need therapy real bad, bro. And the fact that generational trauma is passed down, like that's literally crazy. We all need therapy, bro. Like the whole the lynchings, Jesus, y'all need therapy. Y'all need therapy. It's not funny. Like, y'all need therapy. Number 23, you don't talk like a white person. Bro. I feel so strongly about this because, like, oh, Jesus. So, as Black people, we could code switch, right? Sometimes I never code switched. Like, okay, I was a military kid, so I went to school. A lot of the time I went to school with people that were not Black, or like it was just like diverse. And sometimes I went to school with just only Black kids. It was like, on and off type thing. But most of the time I went to diverse schools, lived in diverse neighborhoods. So of course I know how to talk like them people when I need to. So sometimes when I was a kid, I didn't know how to turn it off when I was around my family. And the same family that would bully me and stuff, they'd be like, Kareem talks like a white person. She a white girl or whatever. And even when I would go to school with with the Black kids, and also being from the South, technically, I'm from the South. And I would go to those schools and I would have my accent, and sometimes I would have the white sound. And I came to realize as an adult, I don't talk like a white person. First of all, I'm educated. And that family that was making fun of me was not educated. But I was educated. I know some big words, okay? I was reading at a college level in 5th grade. I know my vocabulary impeccable, okay? So I would talk like that and I would get made fun of so bad, bro. And it's like, why are y'all doing that? Like, Like, y'all doing too much. Like, y'all dragging it at this point. And they really made me feel like I was really talking like a white person. Like, and I'm like, why? Like, what even is that? What even is that? So I learned that, I eventually learned to code switch when I would go to my family, because it was like, I don't feel like hearing that, bro. I know how to talk like a black person. I am black. Like, I'm black. But you know what? I realized that it was because they actually was mad at my mom for not raising me and my brothers downtown. Like, I'm from downtown, but we weren't necessarily, I wouldn't say we were raised on, like, we never stayed away from it. My grandparents lived down there. We go to church down there. We have other family members that live down there. But I wouldn't say that we were raised down there. And they didn't like, they felt like my mom thought that we was too good and all this, you know? So that's where that come from. But I'm like, bro, I don't talk white. I might sound like a white girl sometimes. I can hear that. Like, my voice, my actual voice, I get that. But, babe, I know how to code switch because I talk like a black person naturally. Because I'm what? A black person. Oh my gosh. Right? in case nobody could tell. But yeah, I always hated that. Like, girl, I do not talk like a white person. Number 24 is don't compare your beauty to someone else's. Like I said, everybody is different. We're all beautiful in our own way. And you know what? I know how beautiful I am. I know I'm very pretty. I know I have the look that a lot of people might actually want because of my skin color, because of my body, even my hair. So I understand that, but there has been times where I wanted to look like someone else. You know, there's always, you think this person is like so perfect, so beautiful and stuff, and the whole time there's things about them that they don't necessarily like. They want to look like someone else, or this person, that person. And, you know, you just can't compare yourself because God made us all different. God, you know, it'll be kind of boring if we all look the same. You feel me? Like, not gonna lie, Hollywood looks so boring. It looks so boring. Everybody looks the same, bro. Like, they walking around looking like twins. Like, that is sick, actually. But I like my little differences about myself. I used to hate my nose. Cause I asked my mom for a nose job in 5th grade. Insane, right? Like, but now I don't mind my nose. When I do my makeup, I don't make my nose smaller. I just give it definition because it just looks flat without, while like the rest of my face is contoured and I have my nose. Like, it just looks flat to me. So I just like give it some depth, you know? But I never make it smaller, you know? There's things about people that they nitpick and you might think it looks beautiful. So just don't compare yourself to nobody else. You are beautiful, and a lot of times some of those people are so ugly inside. Okay. Number 25. Don't let fear lead you. God didn't put the spirit of fear in any of us. That is of the devil, of the enemy, because he doesn't want us to reach our full potential. He doesn't want us to do what God put us on this earth to do. So he puts that fear into you, like, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. What if this, what if that, what if they don't like it? Or just do it. Just do it. And, you know, sometimes it's not going to take off the way that you want it to. And that's okay, because there's always a time. Telfar was founded years ago, like what, 15 years ago? I can't remember the exact number, but years ago, and now look at it. You feel me? So, you know, you just, whatever you got going on, just do it, put it out there. As long as you let God into it in the middle of it, you're going to be good. You feel me? If it's meant for you, what God has in store for you is going to happen. Don't let the enemy get into your head and stray you away from your purpose. And now I have a bonus. Don't let anyone label you or put you in a box. There has been a lot of that in my life where, like I just said, I'm a white girl. But also, like, the main thing was always, like, for me personally, people saying that sensitive and hold that thought. A lot of people saying that I'm sensitive. Not a lot. I'm dragging it. Some people think that I'm sensitive or emotional or whatever the case may be. And it's like, again, it stems back to like how Black people, they just feel like, you know, mental health and things like that is like so taboo. They don't believe in certain things. And, you know, I allowed people to put me in those boxes to where I actually believed it, or like saying like I'm only like good at one little thing or whatever. It's like, I am such a talented person. A lot of people know me as a dancer. I am so, not to toot my horn, but in the most humble brag, I'm very talented. And like I know how I can write, draw, love fashion so much. It's a whole lot of things I can do. I used to be a singer back in the day. Cause I was just talking to my brother about that. Like, the old choir teacher, she ain't just put anybody up in that choir, okay? You couldn't just, you had to audition, babe. I was a singer back in the day. But just, you know, little things like I know how to do. And, you know, people just like to put me in this one little box. I'm like, I'm more than that. I can do so much. And I'm finna show y'all. So don't let nobody put you in no box or label you or girl, I didn't have somebody that didn't like me. She didn't have nothing to say about me, and oh wow. She ain't had no type of tea on me or nothing like that, cause I really was a good girl. Like, she had no tea on me, so she tried to tell everybody I was a hoe, and because I was walking around in our performing arts school in my leotard and tights, but I had something wrapped around me, and I had to walk in front of some boys. Babe, I'm not even looking at them right now. Like, come on, like, you know, so okay. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.